What's up? What's up? It's Duane HODLs. Today is President's Day here in the U.S., so it's a federally observed holiday. Most people are off of their 9 to 5 and just enjoying themselves, such as me. So I'm taking a post-meal walk. Ate a lovely, nutrient-dense meal. We're talking beef. It was actually ground beef, sausaged ground beef. Some soy-free eggs, some raw cheese, a little bit of raw milk. So still on my pretty much strong animal-based diet that I've been doing for over a year now, and I can feel the difference. But anyways, let's not get into that. I hope y'all doing all right. It's a beautiful day to take a walk. So and a beautiful day to pontificate on Bitcoin and what is to come in the I would like to think the next 5 to 6 months, as it appears that Bitcoin, in my opinion, is ahead of schedule with forming its bullish bottom to begin the parabolic bull run. We're breaking up from like a successive mini inverted head and shoulders to bring us to the grand finale, like a large one, which I think would take us right around the $400,000 Bitcoin sometime in the spring of 2025. If that's hard for you to believe, because you believe in this, I guess you want to say like this mantra that's going around of diminishing return with Bitcoin, just because this previous cycle was a little bit truncated, then I don't know what to tell you. Because with new information, you have to be able to change your opinion when you get new information. And the new information is that you have new market participants that have stepped into the arena with these institutions providing their ETF products for Bitcoin price exposure, which requires them to accumulate, which they have been at a rapid pace. Not to mention, we have incongruency, the halving event, which is less than 60 days, and a possible Federal Reserve pivot of interest rates. As yes, inflation is still higher than what they would like it to have been last month, but they haven't raised interest rates. They've still held it, so we'll see how that goes. Either way, I don't think that's going to stop this run. Now, I'm hearing some folks mention that there is a centralization of Bitcoin that's happening with the accumulation of it by these institutions, these issuers of these ETFs. And I asked the question, what does centralization mean to you? So centralization, in my opinion, is they're referring to it solely on the basis that a large amount of Bitcoin is being acquired by several entities. Was this ever a concern when Michael Saylor was buying in insane frequency that he was prior to these ETFs buying? No one questioned it. No one thought about centralization. But now big boogeyman institutions such as BlackRock are buying, and they'll likely own more, as a single entity, own more than MicroStrategy if they don't already. But now people want to bring the FUD of centralization. Now, centralization of the network is not determined by holdings, because Bitcoin is proof of work. And influence or centralization of the network can only solely be determined on the amount of energy that you would have to put into the network to validate transactions and to gain control or gain more influence over the network via a 51% attack. Other than that, if you're trying to equate holdings to centralization, you are merely confusing it with the network validation of proof of stake. That is what you're doing. Proof of stake is a type of validation that influence over the network is only or can only be done by the amount of tokens or native tokens on that blockchain that one holds and one decides to stake into the network. So it's a completely different type of validation of transactions. And so when you hear anyone says that centralization of Bitcoin is happening because of the acquisition at this rate by a few entities, this when you know you have someone who is on the surface level, who is a hobbyist at this, not someone who is really a student of this market. And so you have to be careful because this is such a new industry, if you will, or these digital assets are such a new phenomenon to the lay person that they will pontificate this stuff rather than doing the work. This is called the Dunning-Kruger effect, and so you have a lot of that out there. And so centralization of Bitcoin is a threat only if BlackRock were to invest the capital to buy the equipment or create some new fancy advanced equipment, hire miners, and compete for hash rate with other miners. And all in the act of doing that, it would require so much energy from them, BlackRock would go bankrupt. There's not enough money for them to even take a bite out of that, to have influence over the mining and therefore have influence over the network. So anyways, I just wanted to share that, y'all. I know it's 8 minutes. I'll make it perfect time. But just want to touch bases on that. The centralization of Bitcoin myth from these ETFs. I'm going to get at y'all. Don't forget, I didn't even talk about if you're still acquiring Bitcoin. My fault, my manners. Where are my manners? Check the link down in the description at HODL if you are trying to buy Bitcoin and you want to build up your non-KYC stack. It's always a great thing to have Bitcoin. I mean, if you gotten it early and you went on Coinbase and some other exchanges, I think you should be forgiven, and you should forgive yourself by maybe trying to build up a stack that's not going through your personal info. So go peer-to-peer, check out HODL.com. All you need is a email address and password, and start trading. Start buying, start stacking it. Put it in your custodial wallet, put it in your hard wallet. If you need one, there's one in the CoinKite.com store down below. I got another link as well, CoinKite.com. Check out the code wallet. Bitcoin only, open source, highly reviewed. All right, y'all, and that's it. Let me go ahead and finish up this walk. I'll get at y'all later.